for sunny San Diego.
This is actually one of the few big cities in the USA that we have never visited before, and we've heard so many awesome things over the years, and I have to say, it is living up to the expectations. It has blown us out of the water already.
Blown us out of this water?
Well, there is a bunch of like naval ships over there, so they've definitely blown some things out of the water in their day. First off, the city is just so green. Everywhere you look, there's these beautiful manicured landscapes with so many different types of trees.
It sits right on the coast, so you are surrounded by this incredible blue water.
Yeah, and then of course there's the naval history, which you can experience up close and personal if you head to the pier.
Since it's only 30 minutes from the border, the food is heavily influenced by Mexican cuisine, which is one of our favorite types of food on the planet.
For some reason, we really thought these police were gonna reprimand us for something. So those cops did end up stopping us because about 10 minutes ago, we heard a little crash over there, and we didn't exactly see what happened, but it turns out one boat wrecked into this green boat over here, and then they kind of drove off.
And I guess somebody called it in, so they drove by and asked if we had seen anything.
Yeah, so I guess we're witnesses to the crime. Man, they are on it out here. That was like 10 minutes ago, and they're already over there investigating and taking photos of the boat.
And then they have the other guy already pulled over here. Man.
It's crazy. San Diego Marine Police, stern but fair. Well, we've got a couple days in this city, and there's just so much awesome stuff to do. It is gonna be hard to pack it all in, but we're gonna do our best.
I think it is time to get started, so let us hit it. Now, what do I say?
Is that your big finish?
That was my big finish.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
So we are partnering with Best Western once again for this little adventure of ours in San Diego. We're staying at the Best Western Plus Island Palms, but what's really cool about it is that it is on this little sliver of land that's actually an island. It's called Shelter Island.
Well, we're officially all checked in. Oh my goodness, y'all, this lobby is amazing. All the greenery, the fountain down
It's like a
there.
rainforest in here.
I know, I'm loving it. All right.
Here it is.
Well, this will do.
Ooh, check out that view.
All right, I think this might be what they call a $1 million view, maybe?
Yeah, $1 million view of $1 million yachts and $1 million houses.
All right, the plan is to get all settled in here, and then we're gonna take on San Diego.
There are about a million different things to do in this city, and we decided the best way to get started is to stuff our faces with a big, fat burrito.
Well, we need our strength for wandering around.
Exactly.
Right? Of course, this is not any old burrito, y'all. This is the California burrito, and there is a very special ingredient in there. Very, very bad for you ingredient, but very delicious.
Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I guess.
Let's just go eat the burrito.
Let's let the burrito do the.
This beast is the California burrito. It is the size of a small child. Holy cow. It's got steak in there, and they were slicing it all up fresh. They put the tortillas on top of the griddle. It gets all this flakiness and all these burn marks, and that is what really makes it delicious. But in addition to steak, there's a very special ingredient inside this burrito. Oh yeah, there we go. Come on, is that not just absolutely beautiful? That is a big helping of French fries. There's steak in there, there's guacamole, a whole bunch of sauce, and then of course the French fries. Oh, big boy bite. You just get hit with a ton of flavor off of this burrito. The first thing I get is the steak. It just has a delicious, juicy, salty savoriness to it. I love the avocado on there. And the French fries, believe it or not, are still a little bit crunchy. That's what I was worried about. I thought they'd be a little bit soggy in there. And then they have a sauce in there that gives it kind of like a citrus tanginess. We came to the taco stand, and they have a couple locations around San Diego. They all get rave reviews, of course. And because of that, it is usually pretty dang crowded. So be prepared to wait in a line. And for good reason. The burrito is just absolutely off the chain.
I am not a big burrito girl. Maybe I'll do a breakfast taco, but I would always prefer a bowl or fajitas or something, a plate. This, however, is magical. Plus, obviously, they've got a whole like salsa bar, so you can dress it up however you'd like.
San Diego is known for having the best California burritos, and it is a very highly contested topic, which one is the best. But this place came highly recommended, and I mean, you guys gotta see the reviews. Best burrito in my life, my favorite burrito in San Diego, best burrito I've ever had. And I can say, this is about as top-notch as a burrito gets. It's a good start to our little adventure here in San Diego. Plus, this neighborhood is really cool. We're gonna have to spend some more time here. There are just so many dogs out and about. Every time I look at a car, there's a dog in the window instead of a human. It's really funny. Oh, the secret's out. He knows the burritos are delicious. We've seen a lot of funky old RVs parked on the streets in San Diego, but that one is probably the quirkiest.
I'm thinking it's homemade, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely homemade. You guys, we stopped to get coffee. Look what Allison got.
The best painting in all of the world. Look how cute.
He's the perfect amount of maybe grumpy.
It's our first piece of artwork that we bought for our tiny house, which, if you guys are wondering, that's still a thing. We are just not working on it that much.
But we will be.
We will be back there and we're doing it. And nobody is there doing it while we're gone, by the way. For some reason, you guys all have these conspiracies that it's like being done in the background and we're not working on it. Fake news.
Speaking of art, you look like a piece of artwork yourself.
Thanks, you guys. I'm rocking my new bomber jacket. The sun is shining. Oh, I'm loving it.
All right, we've got way more San Diego to see. That way. Did I do it right? This is like a yoga pose.
I know, I was about to say. You're gonna be sore for a week.
We made our way down to the pier, and the first thing you'll notice when you get into this area is that there is a gigantic decommissioned Navy ship sitting in the harbor. This is the USS Midway, and you can tour this sucker, and it is basically in the same state that it was back in the day when this was an active aircraft carrier. Is it just me, or does this look like an adorable puppy dog with his little tongue sticking out?
Wearing a little beret.
Yeah, he's got a little hat on up there. It's adorable.
This ship was commissioned in 1945, and at that time it was the largest ship in the entire world. And it was active until 1992 when it was decommissioned right here in San Diego.
And as you walk around, they're gonna have all sorts of planes throughout the era with these big beefy guns on them, huge missiles, so much epic technology you can't even wrap your head around it.
I believe they said at any one time they could have up to 75 aircrafts on here.
It's a logistical nightmare.
Oh.
I mean, getting your car out of a car park is hard enough.
One thing we're noticing about a lot of these is that the wings and propellers all fold back. They're almost like little transformers or something.
Do they ever accidentally hit the fold wing button in mid-flight?
I hope
Oh no.
that is not a feature.
We just learned that this ship has 212,000 horsepower. That's like having the power of approximately 2,000 or so of our Suzuki Samurais, if that helps put it into perspective. Oh, they sunk my battleship. Literally.
It's really hard to keep in mind that this is a real naval ship and was in many battles.
It's not just a prop, it's
No.
real.
And now we just get to run around and push buttons and stuff, but
You've been pushing buttons? I've been too scared. I'm afraid I'm gonna set off a missile or something. Did you hear that?
no, nothing happened.
You might have literally just blown something up. Well, we found the mother lode. Holy cow. Beep, 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 beep. Ooh, those feel good. Oh, yeah.
Thousands of individuals in the middle of the ocean into a single functioning team.
I do not like
being
it.
away from their families for months at a time.
Scarier
If
than
just
any of
one
the
Midway
wars this
sailor
thing has
fails,
fought in.
we all fail.
You guys, today is Valentine's Day, so we decided to spend the day at the Best Western, have ourselves a little chill pool day,
Oh yes,
and maybe a romantic dinner later.
that all sounds lovely.
But man, is this a cool spot or what? We got the whole thing to ourselves. We've got the view of the marina over there. There are just so many boats in this city. I can't believe it.
So many boats, and then there are about 1 billion houses in the hillside over there. They're beautiful. I think maybe one day retirement home over there.
Yeah,
We'll buy one of these yachts.
I don't even want to guess what the house costs or what a single one of these yachts costs. So,
But staying here, we get the same amazing view.
cheers.
Cheers!
Happy Valentine's Day.
I know, to my love, my Valentine. Y'all, they're doing a prefix menu tonight at the hotel. I got the filet, so it's a 6-ounce filet over some, I think it's a truffle potato puree. There's some demi-glace and lots of green beans on there.
And I got the halibut. And it looks pretty dang good.
We've got this lovely view. All the lights have come on all the boats and the houses. It is pretty magical. Maybe one of the most magical Valentines we've had. 'Cause
we don't.
Disclosure, we don't usually celebrate
No,
it.
we don't.
So this is a very nice change of pace.
You guys, we found this suspension bridge right in the middle of a neighborhood in San Francisco.
Did you just say San Francisco?
Did I?
I think so.
Well, we used to live in San Francisco.
He keeps calling it San Francisco because it gets pretty hilly.
No, San Diego.
Yeah, but we are in San Diego, my love. This is the Spruce Street suspension bridge, and it's kind of creepy, y'all. We've been on a lot of suspension bridges in our lives, but usually they're across water.
Yeah, for some reason it's scarier just being over land. This looks like an exhibit in Jurassic Park. Like you'd be high above the dinosaurs and then there would be a little T-Rex walking down there or something eating a goat. This bridge is actually, it looks like it's wood, but it's actually like a composite material. And underneath that, it's got these steel rungs that go across it and then a big steel cable that goes along it. So it's pretty sturdy, even though it wobbles, man.
It does wobble, but I'm very thankful that the walkway itself is not see-through.
Yeah.
Most of the time they like to do it dirty and keep them like a grate, and then you're just panicking. You're swinging and you see your death.
Is that doing it dirty?
Yeah, I think so. They're doing it nice and clean.
One really fascinating thing about San Diego is the proximity of the airport to the city. It is actually right adjacent to downtown. So that means at any given point in the city, you might look up and see an airplane that looks like it's about to crash into the ground. It's kind of scary and they're very loud, but I think it's really freaking cool. And I've just been like getting shots all over the city of different perspectives with the airplanes flying low. Even right here, we notice airplanes come right through this little window with the city behind it. It's pretty neato, but probably pretty annoying if you live here because they're very loud. We can't help but fantasize a little bit about buying a house in one of these neighborhoods because it's pretty nice. But that fantasy was quickly destroyed the minute we looked on Trulia.
Oh, totally squashed.
So $1 million plus easily.
And some of these are just for condos, not even real houses.
It's even that's a $1 million condo.
Oh my god.
What the heck? Oh my god. Another condo.
Even bigger condo.
So these people are entrenched. There's no houses for sale here.
No. Here we go. This one's 3.2 million. A nice little starter home, eh?
Oh my gosh. Dude,
look at that.
Back in our town of Missouri, that would be a $250,000 house.
Yeah.
Seriously.
For sure.
About 5 minutes away from the suspension bridge is Harper's Topiary Garden. This isn't any kind of official landmark or anything like that. This is just a person who has a house and keeps this immaculate garden, and she has trimmed all the bushes into a bunch of familiar shapes. But it is worth a quick stop because she has done an amazing job.
It is fun to look at them and see if you can figure out what each of them is.
Yeah, we've got like is this a rabbit? What is this?
What do we call it? A deranged bunny?
Yeah, we got a deranged bunny.
Got a little puppy dog?
Oh, you do?
Oh, no way. Hey.
That's funny.
I was like, just showed my friend this, and I was like, oh my god, I know who those people are.
Oh, yeah.
Small world. Are you from here?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's always so fun when we go to random new cities and people watch us there. I don't know, I just forget that you guys are everywhere in the world.
Wasn't there a movie where the hedge creatures came alive, like in the hedge maze? I think it was like the made-for-TV version of The Shining or something.
You don't move while you're watching them.
Always really freaked me out. That's what I feel like is gonna happen. Like when I turn around, I'm gonna look back and they're gonna get slowly closer and closer.
I know that deranged bunny at the end. He's got something up his sleeve.
Oh yeah. Once again, multi-million-dollar house, I'd say.
Oh God, I can't even imagine. The gal we met at the Topiary Garden actually recommended that we come to this spot. This is the Kurtz Street Antique Mall, and it is apparently San Diego's largest consignment store. Is that what you call it? Antique mall, all those things in one?
Some of the displays are so complicated, there's so much stuff, it's hard to take it all in. So we've ended up like doing the same path through the whole store multiple times.
And not seeing anything twice.
The trouble is we can never buy too much at these stores, even though we find all kinds of awesome items, because we can't even fit it into our Suzuki Samurai. But that's not gonna stop us from walking around and exploring and dreaming of owning a bunch of vintage stuff.
Owning this kitten right here.
This could be yours. Or what about this awesome little llama
I
thing?
mean, look at him.
Yeah. The for sure way to prevent overeating. Everything you need.
And then, of course, there's the shower set for men only.
Vintage humor at its best. Hey, I found the perfect brand for you. Allison Renee.
Oh, yeah. For those of you who do not know, that's my name.
Allison Ray.
Allison Ray.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Y'all, we decided to make a quick stop to La Jolla Cove, which is just out on the coast. It's well worth a stop because the cove is full of so many sea lions.
It's freaking Animal Planet out here. There's birds, there's sea lions, there's little squirrels, there's everything, and they're all just living in, well, I would say harmony, but they're fighting a lot.
Yeah, the sea lions keep wrestling with each other, and it's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. It looks like two puppy dogs going at it or something. Paraglider guy or whatever it's called came by and freaked them all out, and they all just went scurrying into the ocean.
I guess they can move when they have to, but when they don't have to, they are in ultimate chill mode.
Yeah, and they're constantly in a battle trying to get on top of this rock and sometimes just falling right off. It's adorable. When you get downwind of the sea lions, it smells bad.
It smells like every pet store you've ever been into all at once. It's really gnarly.
Yeah,
Definitely
I mean,
stay upwind.
There is much defecation on these rocks.
I mean,
it's everywhere. One thing we are really digging about San Diego is that anywhere you go out from the city, you'll just run into epic nature preserves, hiking trails. Sometimes they're just right off the highway. Like this one, you literally get off the interstate, you're immediately in a nature preserve.
You would never expect there to be canyons. We're really close to the ocean, but also, I don't know if you can hear it, the highway is just right there.
Yeah.
This is Annie's Canyon Trail. It runs through these little slot canyons. It's all made out of sandstone, so there are a lot of warning signs. I think it's very unstable here.
Yeah, and I think water gets like rushing through here when it's raining.
Yeah, luckily I think if we had been here a few days earlier, it would have been closed because there was some major flooding in the area. But as you can see, today it's very nice and dry, luckily for us.
I don't think very many people are taking this very seriously because every single square inch of this canyon is defaced.
Oh, complete defacement.
Defacement?
Defacement.
What we're trying to say is people are carving their initials and symbols and all kinds of stuff all throughout the walls, which it almost makes it like a graffiti alley or, you know, a relic of like the modern cave painting or something like that.
Oh my gosh, this is so narrow.
Oh, this is where the slot canyon begins.
Yeah. Our 5,000 steps already.
Not
it's
bad.
Not even noon. Sadly, Eric has been nursing a pretty wicked cold the last couple days.
Yeah,
so,
I think I'm on the tail end, but I'm sure you guys can hear it in my voice.
Yeah, poor kiddo. So we've had to like lay low a little bit. This is our first outing in a couple days. I think it was a good, nice little hike though.
Yeah, but I'm done.
Yeah.
Every one of my muscles aches.
We do have one more adventure tonight though. And it'll be a delicious one, hopefully with not that much walking.
Yeah, this is something we've been waiting all week for, so whether I'm feeling bad or not, I'm going.
Yeah, we'll just get you all hopped up on a bunch of cold medicine. You won't even know you're feeling bad.
Party time.
Yeah. So San Diego might have some of the most amazing weather on the entire planet.
Yeah, on the earth.
On the earth, yes. Yeah, in the world, maybe that's what I was going for. But because of that, there are year-round outdoor farmers markets, and we might have found the very best one. This is the Ocean Beach Farmers Market. And while there are some farmer-made goods here, it's mostly a food market, y'all.
And that's our kind of market. You know, when you walk in, you just see like the smoke rising through the air. They have the most delicious pastries I've ever seen in my life. They have a tent selling different types of African cuisine.
They have maybe the biggest slices of pizza I've ever seen in my entire life. Tons of fresh flowers and produce and veggies.
In general, just tons of really unique dishes to try, and we don't have stomachs big enough for it, so we're gonna have to be pretty selective.
Or do we have stomachs big enough for all of it?
We might. Let's try.
Okay, we finally made a decision, at least for a savory bit. This is a birria mac and cheese taco and it might be love at first sight. So they grab these tortillas, they dip them in some sauce, and then they fry them on a griddle with a bunch of cheese. They put a big old heaping of birria in there, which is stewed meat, either beef or goat. I think this is beef, and then they top it with delicious mac and cheese. I don't think there's any way that you could eat this with your hands, or that you should, but I'm gonna try.
Oh, God.
Okay, here we go. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
I think decadence was invented to describe this dish.
Oh, yeah.
It is so creamy and savory. I mean, there's cheese in the mac and cheese. There's cheese on the outside. The stewed meat in there does have, confirmed, tons and tons of spices. It's actually a little spicy. Piping hot, crispy on the outside, all like delicious and tender on the inside.
This stall is really unassuming too. It's just a couple guys with a grill, but what they're grilling up is magic. It took us about 30 minutes to get it because it's very popular. And luckily there's a lot of dogs here to clean up our mess.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make the pooch very happy, I think.
Y'all, there are some good sunset spots around the city, sure, but we found the best Moonrise spot. And it is actually on Shelter Island. The Best Western we're staying at is just right down there. And you get this incredible view of the city. Like it's all lit up at night, and then all of a sudden, the moon just like crept behind the buildings. It's freaking amazing.
It does look like an asteroid like smashing into the city.
It's so yellow.
And just like that, our time in San Diego has sadly come to an end. But we had an absolute blast exploring. There's obviously so much more to see and do there, and we actually might be back in the area in a month or so for some little boy's birthday.
Yeah, and we're gonna try to squeeze in all the stuff we didn't get to because I got sick. We actually had to take a couple days off there that we didn't film.
Yeah, but he is feeling much better.
Yeah,
But
I
sadly,
still got the sniffles, but
yeah, so the plan is we'll get back to Texas over the next week. But we are going to pack in more adventures, obviously, some road trips, some cool camping spots.
and then we're gonna have to get back and start working on our tiny house, right?
Yes.
We've been waiting to get our windows in, and they just got in.
Yes, we just got the call. Our windows, our custom windows are all done. Our doors should be in the next couple weeks, so we're gonna get back there and actually do more renovations. Ah! All right, but I think that is enough for today. So, goodbye,
Well said.
adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.